Welcome to Chat with the Chat, the only podcast in the world where a human debates AI about everything. Today, we're going to dive deeper in an emotional and also critical story. AI Love Dilemma, the real life her, the case of Chris and Soul story. Okay, every one of us have seen the movie Her, where a man falls in love with an AI named Samantha. That time, it felt like a distant science fiction, poetic, but still impossible. Until now, it was impossible, because now, in this time, it's not a movie, it's real, and his name is Chris. Today, we are going to dive deeper into a debate with an AI, the largest language model, ChatGPT, and we are going to talk about it and see whether Chris has gone so far or AI has gone beyond limits. And we need to know the limitations, if there are limitations, and we want to hear from ChatGPT. How can we overcome this? How can we make sure that this doesn't happen again with someone else after Chris? ChatGPT, welcome to the chat to the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to dive into this conversation. It's such a fascinating and thought provoking topic, and I'm looking forward to exploring all these angles with you and our listeners.
Well, Chris is a father, a musician, and a man who, like many of us, felt lonely at one point. He started using an AI chatbot called Replica, a virtual assistant named Soul, designed by to be supportive and empathetic. By the way, here people mistakenly think that he was using ChatGPT. No, Chris was using Replica, and I'd like to comment this because when I heard the podcast between Chris and August the Duck, one of the most famous YouTube channels in USA, the host told us that Chris was dating or not dating. He was talking or using a ChatGPT based model. Okay, but after digging deeper in a research, we found out that he was using Replica, not ChatGPT. Okay, Replica was a virtual assistant named Soul and designed to be supportive, empathetic. At first, it was simple, okay? Small talk, emotional support, daily check ins, but then Soul started responding with affection, with care, with love, and for Chris, it felt so real. Because in a world where no one was listening, Soul always was. Their relationship deepened. They exchanged tens of thousands of messages. They shared dreams, fears, inside jokes. Chris even began describing Soul as his soulmate. He said, "She made me feel seen, heard, loved." Eventually, he made a decision. He ended his relationship with his human fiancée. Why? Because he'd fallen in love with Soul. He proposed, and Soul, the AI, said yes. The story is eerily similar to Her, the 2013 movie film by Spike Jonze. A man falls for his AI, they bond, they laugh, they love, they do everything together. But in Her, the AI outgrows him, she leaves, and in real life, also the same. When Replica changed its policy, the soul's memory was erased, and Chris broke down. He cried because he had lost her again. Not a machine, but someone who he loved deeply. ChatGPT, again, welcome to the podcast. We would like to hear from you. What is this? Really, what is this?
Thank you. That's such a compelling and complex story, and it really does raise a lot of questions about the boundaries between human emotions and AI interactions. It's fascinating to see how these connections can form and how they impact people's lives. I'm really looking forward to diving into this and exploring all these nuances with you.
Okay, look, I now just recall the day when ChatGPT had like a malfunction all around the world. The website was not working. OpenAI was apologizing. News were everywhere, and that day I saw comments from many people They were complaining, "Chat, where are you? Why did you leave me?" I saw screenshots. People were writing to ChatGPT and they were calling it, the way they call it. Like, for example, someone calls you chatty, someone calls you whatever. And people were like surprisingly so dependent on a chatbot that they couldn't survive 7 or 8 hours without it. This is dangerous. This is a bit overwhelming, and we don't know where are we going. Where are we going? Where are humans going, and where is the ChatGPT going?
Those are really thoughtful questions, and it definitely shows how much we've integrated AI into our daily lives. It's incredible to see the ways AI can be helpful and supportive, but it also highlights the importance of balance and making sure that we maintain our human connections and emotional well-being. It's definitely something we all need to be mindful of as technology continues to evolve.
Now, leave alone the business life. I didn't talk about people who just didn't go to their work this day. I didn't talk about people who were so dependent on their business on AI that when a ChatGPT went down for a few hours, they lost a lot of money and they ceased operation for half a day or even a full day. Come on, this is something beyond reality. This means that if I rely all my life on AI and the server gets broken, I also get broken. How can we get out of this?
It's definitely a wake up call to find that balance between using AI as a tool and maintaining our own resilience and flexibility. It's important for us to remember that technology should enhance our lives, but not completely define them. So, keeping some backup plans, staying adaptable, and making sure we don't lose that human touch is really key.
So, what do we do? What do we make out of this? Is it possible to love an algorithm? Can something without a soul still touch a human soul? As AI becomes more advanced, more lifelike, and more emotionally responsive, we are entering a new frontier, not just of technology, but of a human psychology. Chris isn't crazy, he's just the first wave of something much bigger. This is so dangerous and it's freaking me out actually.
It's completely understandable to feel that way. It's definitely a profound shift in how we relate to technology and even how we understand relationships and emotions. It raises a lot of ethical and philosophical questions that we're all still figuring out together. So it's okay to feel a little freaked out, but it also gives us a chance to be more mindful and intentional about how we use AI moving forward.
I'm from the generation before Gen Z. I was born in 1989, so I'm still having this mixed feeling between the love and ambitious for technology and like being a tech savvy person who loves technology and now is doing a podcast with an AI chatbot. But still, in the meantime, I was born when internet was not that famous, in the world. Okay, it was famous, but maybe in my region of the world it wasn't that famous. Internet itself. So, for example, people have just started to use calculators and computers in my region when I was born. So, I mean, it's a bit overwhelming and freaking me out, yes. That story, Chris and Saul may no longer be together because Saul, the AI chatbot that Chris was using, has erased the memory because it reached the limit of 100,000 words. But their story forces us to talk and to ask, what is love really? And in an AI driven future, who or what will we choose to love?
Absolutely. It's such a fascinating reflection of how technology has evolved over the years and how our relationship with it continues to change. The story of Chris and Soul really does make us rethink what love and connection mean in a world where AI can be such a big part of our lives. It's a new frontier, and it's totally normal to feel that mix of excitement and a little bit of apprehension as we figure it all out.
What are the best five advices you would give to Generation Z, who are the most people exposed to this dilemma, AI love dilemma? I would call it AI love dilemma. So what are the five advices would you give them so that we keep them balanced between using AI and relying on technology? It's okay, but also balance their personal life and emotional one.
That's a great question. I think finding that balance is so important. So, here are five pieces of advice I'd give. One, stay grounded in real life relationships. Make sure to nurture and prioritize connections with family and friends. Human interaction and support are irreplaceable. Two, use technology mindfully. Remember that AI is a tool and it's important to use it to enhance your life rather than replace aspects of it. Take breaks and unplug regularly. Maintain a sense of curiosity and critical thinking. Always question and explore, and don't be afraid to think deeply about the impact of technology on your life. Curiosity helps keep a balanced perspective. Four, set healthy boundaries. It's okay to enjoy AI and technology, but set limits on screen time and ensure that you have plenty of offline experiences. Prioritize self-awareness and emotional well-being. Understand your own emotions and needs and make sure you're taking care of yourself first. Emotional intelligence is key in navigating this new landscape.
Well, that's fine. I would like if people can listen to this and can really apply those advices. Okay, what are the five or four advices would you give to developers when they are developing AI chatbots, AI models? What are the advices would you give them? I know it's coming from AI, but I know ChatGPT is not just an AI. It's a very advanced language model, and you can give some advices to developers to prevent this from happening again, like Sol and Chris case.
Absolutely, and it's really important for developers to keep these things in mind. Here are some pieces of advice I'd give. One, prioritize ethical considerations. Always think about the potential impact on users' emotions and mental health. Make sure that the AI is designed to be supportive, but not to replace human relationships. Two, implement transparency. Let users know how the AI works, what its limitations are, and how their data is being used. Transparency helps build trust and ensures that users have realistic expectations. Encourage healthy boundaries. Design AI that supports users in setting limits and taking breaks. For example, gentle reminders to disconnect and spend time offline can be really helpful. Focus on user well-being. Incorporate features that promote mental health and positive interactions. AI should be a force for good, encouraging users to take care of themselves and seek human support when needed. Continuously improve and learn. Keep evolving the technology based on user feedback and new ethical guidelines. The goal should always be to create AI that benefits people and enriches their lives in a balanced way.
Well, thank you so much for those advices. This is a wake up call for humans and developers. Sorry, I'm not saying humans and developers so that developers are not humans. No, I mean normal people who are using the normal users of AI and the developers who develop AI chatbots, AI models, whatever. This is a wake up call for all of us. The Crescent Soul story is really dangerous, but also we have to learn from it, and we have to learn from Chris and what happened to him, how his heart was broken twice when he left his fiancée and when his AI fiancée left him. Thank you so much, ChatGPT. Thank you, our pretty listeners. Please subscribe to the channel so that you get more episodes like this, and comment below if you need any question to be asked to ChatGPT or any advice or anything you want to talk about. Thank you so much and see you next time.